Hello, and welcome to the HR Evangelist Show. This is a podcast where we help people work with purpose and also assist businesses to lead with impact. I'm your host, Solomon Ojomo, your partner and your guide on your journey to becoming that kind of professional that serious businesses and organizations out there cannot afford to lose. Today's episode is a very special one because we'll be discussing an important topic: positioning yourself as a problem solver. You see, whether you're just starting out or you are looking at growing in your career, this mindset will shift the way you work completely and also transform how others see you. So we stop wasting too much of your time. Let's dive in. Why is becoming a problem solver so important? Why does it matter? I'll let you in on something very simple. Look, employees are very many. You find thousands and hundreds of employees, depending on the companies. But this is one thing that a lot of people don't understand. Problem solvers are very scarce. And let me let you in on something. Problem solvers are exactly what employers are looking for, secretly. A problem solver is what your boss is looking for. A problem solver is what your manager is looking for. A problem solver is what the organization that hires you is looking for. How do you position yourself as a problem solver? Here is it. You can't position yourself as a problem solver if you are not a problem solver. So the preoccupation, therefore, should be becoming a problem solver. Okay? And where do you start from? The first step to becoming a problem solver is being a very good observer. Many people fix things based on assumption, but real problem solvers, they observe. They understand the landscape of their work. What is broken? What is inefficient? Where is time and money being wasted? These are the questions that real problem solvers ask themselves first. And they can ask these questions because they are observant. It is when you become observant that problems that you can now solve will become very apparent to you. So once again, the first step to becoming a problem solver in your place of work, a problem solver to your employer, is becoming a very good observer. The next thing is being good at your job. See, you can't be a problem solver if you are creating problems. Okay? Many people that don't do their job well, they create problems. So the second step to becoming a good observer, the second step to becoming a problem solver in your place of work is doing a good job. And then doing that job with excitement. A lot of people come to work and they come to work with attitude. They do the job without excitement. And it tells on the quality of what they produce at the end of the day. The quality of your work will definitely be impacted if you do it with excitement or not. You might say, I'm not being paid to come to work and be smiling and be laughing around. But you see, if you have that mentality and you work with that mentality, you won't last in that job because you will produce bad jobs. Try and be observant of people who work with excitement where you work at the moment. What is the quality of that job? I'm not saying people that are very, very lousy. No, I'm saying people that are genuinely excited about what they do. They have more results. They provide more solutions. You see, it's that simple. So the second step to becoming a problem solver in your place of work is what? Doing a good job and doing it with excitement. What's the next thing? The third step to becoming a problem solver in your career, becoming a problem solver to your organization, to your employer, is becoming genuinely interested in the progress, in the growth of the business, of the company that employs you. In other words, Make your employer's business your own personal project. Look, a lot of people are just working to earn a salary. As important as that could be, that cannot make you a problem solver overnight. Because why? It will show at the end of the day. But the moment you become genuinely interested in the growth of the company you work for, in the growth of the person that employs you, it creates an ownership mentality. That ownership mentality protects what is good in an organization. It helps you build the culture that will advance the business. And when you become responsible for something, you are taking ownership of a process. And when you take ownership of that process and everything works well, you're a problem solver. Like I said, problem solvers are very scarce. They are very, very scarce. And problem solvers are what your employers are looking for. The fourth step to becoming a problem solver and ultimately positioning yourself as one is being supportive of your colleague. Don't be the weak link in your team. Be supportive, lend a hand, be helpful when the job permits. When you have a bit of time and you see the work choking your colleague, lend a hand if you can. Make out time to be helpful, to be supportive of your colleague, your managers, your team leads. Be supportive of them. Help them complete the task. Help them, just help them. Be supportive. Don't just do your thing and then go and sit down. It doesn't concern me. No. That attitude will not make you a problem solver. And if you're not a problem solver, when layoff comes, you are the first name that will be called. One of the best way to protect yourself from inflation, from a bad economy is to be good at what you do. And being good at what you do is just becoming a problem solver. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. So the final step on today's episode on becoming a problem solver and then positioning as one is be supportive of your teamwork, of your team. Be helpful, be supportive, be helpful. It's as simple as that. Look, even you, if you're a business owner, you see somebody who is very, very observant. You see someone who is genuinely interested in the progress of this company. You see someone who is good at their job and works with excitement. And you see somebody who is helpful to their colleague, who lends a hand here, lends a hand there. Wouldn't you be happy with such an employee? Wouldn't you give that employee the opportunity they need to grow? Look, I understand that in the society we live, knowing people is very important. And I would not play down on strategic relationships, especially when it comes to the factors that make sure that people rise and people grow, especially in the marketplace. But you see, when you are a problem solver, you come in the same level or even more important than someone who is not a problem solver but knows people. Becoming a problem solver gives you access to things, to opportunities, and to promotions that people that are not problem solvers but just have relationship backing them up. You have the same access or better access to what they can do. So becoming a problem solver is your sure bet to getting that promotion that you've been waiting for, to getting access to that industry expert that you've been waiting for. Be a problem solver. Problem solvers are very scarce. And the day you choose to start becoming one, by taking these steps and working on these tips that we've shared, the earlier, the faster your journey to career fulfillment is. Once again, I'm Solomon Ojomo, and I hope today's episode has been very helpful to you. See you again next time where we'll be discussing another very important topic that will transform the way you work and also help you position yourself for the next breakthrough and opportunity in your field. I remain your friend, I remain your brother, I remain your colleague and your partner on your journey to an exciting career. Have a beautiful day.